and welcome to Studio
Set
Stage, a weekly podcast with us, Cynthia Mallard
and Mark Dean, where we take you from the studio to the set to the stage
in the world of entertainment. It's Studio Set Stage. I'm your girl, Cynthia Mallard.
And I'm Mark Dean.
Hey there. We are here for another week, taking you from the studio to the set to the stage. Excited about all the things that are happening and maybe some of the things we can help you move in.
Yes, indeed. These are tools and resources that we're going to be talking about that you can use in the world of entertainment as it refers to what we do in the studio, the set, and the stage.
Mm-hmm. Well, you know what? I heard that the AMAs, right? Aren't they breaking out pretty soon?
Yes, the AMAs, which will be premiering on October 9th on ABC, and lots of things to get to. They just revealed the nominees for the 2018 American Music Awards.
Okay.
And it's going to be hosted by Tracy Ellis Ross.
Yes, my girl from Blackish. Hello.
Yes, indeed. And this will be the first award show as a result of a multi-year partnership between the American Music Awards and YouTube Music.
Oh, wow.
Yes, they actually got that solidified back in August. But it's going to be a couple of years. They're going to be partnering together because YouTube Music, that's the new streaming service platform that's associated with YouTube.
Okay.
But they actually added some new categories.
Right.
Cardi B would definitely be performing that hit song "I Like It Like That."
Yeah, it's one of my favorite songs off her album.
And she holds like major nods as far as I think maybe a total of 8 nominations.
You know what? It's so interesting that the partnership. I wanted to go back to that. So you were saying YouTube and the American Music Awards, like they're in partnership, right?
Right.
It sounds like to me, it sounds like the American Music Awards really needed that, right?
Yes, they did. I mean, it's actually been a boost to them in the last couple of years. Some people have said, depending on how you view it or if you viewed it, it's been lackluster in terms of promoting. But
lackluster's been sorry. It's been horrible. Let's just be honest. I mean, you've had like I remember like in the past, and I can't tell you exactly what years, but I mean, I'm sure I'm not the only person who feels like the AMAs, like all the performances have been like horrible. And then I think also they had a problem with like lots of celebrities like not even showing up to the AMAs.
Yeah, well, you know, the parent company of the American Music Awards was Dick Clark Productions.
Right.
You know, and the CEO recently, basically he talked about the partnership and how it would be, you know, a boost to the brand. Yeah. But he said, quote, YouTube brings global reach, awareness, and engagement to the American Music Awards, unlike ever before.
Yeah.
And he also added, we look forward to enhancing the AMAs in a unique, innovative, and immersive way. And then going back to the platform, which we've talked about before, you know, this current platform where social media, technology is very interactive, and it's very user friendly, where, you know, the viewer or the fan can get a chance to be involved even in the choosing of these particular artists, you know, their favorite artists that will be nominated. So
you said Cardi B, you said she's nominated this year, right?
Yes, Cardi B. Also,
like it.
Mariah Carey will be performing.
Oh, wow. Really?
Post Malone.
Okay.
Carrie Underwood. And also Khaled.
DJ Khaled?
Well, DJ Khaled will probably be there, but Khaled the artist.
Oh.
Yes, Khaled the artist. Also
Khalid.
Well,
I think his name is Khalid, is how it's pronounced. That's okay. Yeah, Khalid.
Khalid. You know, there's so many out here.
It is.
But also Khalid and Benny Blanco.
Okay.
So these are just just maybe a summation of some of the artists. But you can go on the website, AMAs, you can Google it, and you can pull that up for the full list. And to add to that, they're going to be doing a great tribute to Aretha Franklin, the Queen of Soul.
Amazing. So this year, how is it going to be? Because you remember last year it was like a debacle.
For the tribute they had last year for that particular tribute.
I don't even want to mention it. It's like,
Well, this year, who's going to be spearheading the tribute is none other than the Empress of Soul, Miss Gladys Knight.
Okay, Yes. About time they got something right.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, cool.
And I don't know how many people watched the 9-hour funeral. Tribute to the Queen of Soul.
That's
but
right.
Gladys Knight was phenomenal.
You didn't think it deserved 9 hours?
Yes. Oh well.
Be honest. You didn't think her tribute deserved 9 hours?
I tell you, based on her depth of work,
he's gonna kill me when we get off the air. Yeah.
I can understand why it was 9 hours.
Yeah,
however,
I can too, totally.
I'm pretty sure she was ready. Hey, I'm ready for this to be over too.
You know what? I was just thinking.
Awesome,
it actually made me think back to when James Brown, when James Brown passed away, and I happened to be working at a corporate radio station at the time, and I remember sitting there like, when is this funeral going to be over? Like, we literally were like, okay, we might just get a sleeping bag and a pillow and just hunker down because this thing ain't going to be over. I think his was about 5 to 6 hours, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think because they had it at the Apollo, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
But like you said, though, that again is reflected on the impact.
Yeah.
And she was the Queen of Soul.
She did. She really did.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. Don't be throwing it at me saying that I thought it was too long.
Well,
but it was.
I'm just listening. I'm just listening to what you kind of had to.
Well,
9 hours.
It was, but definitely, I think that they are on the right path with this year. And again, the American Music Awards, it will be aired October 9th.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be really good, and it's going to be interactive. They've added 3 more categories where viewers, fans can vote right on the spot for the nominees.
So they're taking a leaf out of like BET Live and TRL, basically, sounds like, right?
Well, I think it's just, one of those things where you've got to adapt.
It's engagement.
You've got to adapt
it's the engagement.
with the times and the trends.
Yeah.
And also the resources and tools to help push, the platform. Because American Music Awards, I remember when I was growing up, great performances and just the way that it was promoted, and it at one time it was one of the dominant award shows.
It was
that you could watch. With
I remember that growing up with
and great performance, like all of the greats, Michael Jackson, Lionel Richie, all of these major acts, Prince.
I wonder, just thinking about the American Music Awards, and I know I can't be alone in thinking about why didn't Ryan Seacrest jump in and taking over the American Music Awards? Because just like Dick Clark's Rockin' Eve, Ryan Seacrest kind of slid in there and really just took that over. Seems like it would have been a prime opportunity for Ryan Seacrest to take over the American Music Awards.
Well, I think that they worked in partnership because again, it goes back to Dick Clark Productions actually owns the whole American. Well, he created the American Music Awards.
Dick Clark.
Yes, Dick Clark.
Right.
But it's under their company. It's under Dick Clark Productions. Its company,
controlled by his family,
and it's controlled by the estate. By the estate, and and basically that production company still operates. They do several shows. They're actually over the New Year's Eve, the Rockin' New Year's Eve. They still
they employ Ryan Seacrest basically. Yes. You know what? I think it's a great move to have my girl Tracee Ellis Ross host the AMAs. I think she's like a great comedic actor. Won several awards. Like, she's at the top of her game right now. So big ups to them for whoever chose Tracee Ellis Ross to host the AMAs this year.
Yes, I think they're doing a great job. And remember, Tracee Ellis Ross is, the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree because her mother, which is Diana Ross, was nominated for, and she's won numerous American Music Awards. So she falls right into that. She's already acclimated to that, and she understands the depth of where the American Music Awards, how it started and how it formed.
I think she also awarded her mother Lifetime Achievement Award too for the AMAs. I think was it last year or either the year before, but I do remember her presenting her mother with a Lifetime Achievement Award at the AMAs.
She is.
Yeah.
Diana Ross is a past recipient of, the Lifetime Achievement Award from the American Music Awards. So, yes, I think it's befitting that they have her as a host.
Very cool, very cool. Well, you know what? Have you heard about all the money that we have missed out on through Rupert Murdoch?
Well...
Okay, well, if you haven't heard...
Come on and tell me, what is...
Listen, let me tell you something. We already knew that media conglomerate owner Rupert Murdoch was freaking rich, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if you didn't know, basically, they just closed on a deal. Today's Friday, right?
Right.
September 28th, they just closed on a deal. Rupert Murdoch and his super rich sons and the whole family have just closed on a deal to sell part of their Fox empire to Disney, man.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Okay, so the deal is supposed to be valued at more than $70 billion. Can you say billion with a B?
That's with a B.
Right, 70.
Not a Z. But
yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Actually, the number is like $71.3 billion. All three family members are just, like I said, super rich. Now, massive. But let me tell you something. They're not selling everything to Disney. I think they're going to keep Fox Broadcasting as well as another news source, and they're going to create what they call the new Fox Broadcasting.
Now, that goes to show you how massive that platform is.
Yeah.
That they're not selling everything. They're just selling these portions of it and still amassing over $70 billion.
You know what? I mean, it leads me to think,
wow.
Like we talk about, our businesses, your business, my business. And for those of you who are listening to us, like it behooves you, like you've got to go into business for yourself. One of the reasons, like we always say every week, why we created this podcast is to help you to move forward in studio set stage. And one way I would say in moving ahead is ownership. I mean, Rupert Murdoch, hello?
Yes.
Oprah Winfrey.
Yeah, and that's just the evolution of it all in understanding, what you bring to the table in terms of your craft and understanding the importance and what role business plays in that. Just understanding that entrepreneurship, ownership, like you said, going back to that. And, definitely where it all starts from an idea. Yeah. But the trick is to take that idea, bring it into fruition and then understand the process to monetize it and make it a business.
Right. Flip it. Right. Because think about Rupert Murdoch basically made his family like billionaires. Yes. 1 and 2 and 3 times over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you see that with this deal. Now, I mean, his great grandchildren, he pretty much have established them as trust fund babies.
Trust fund babies.
I
think Beyonce talked about that, right?
Trust fund babies.
Okay. What's the words of the song?
Oh, that's the
great grandchildren already rich. Yeah. That's a lot of brown babies on your Forbes list.
On the Forbes list.
You can tell what I've been listening to, right?
Yes.
Well, congrats to them.
Right.
But it's lots of us CEOs who are out here who look like us, brown kids. So I mean, you got Rupert Murdoch's, but you also got the Oprah Winfreys out there too. So
yes, indeed, and really, just really connecting the dots on that. Last night I was at a panel on monetization of the music within the music industry in this digital age.
Making money
of that. Yeah. How to monetize it. Yeah. And there are a lot of different things. There's so many tools and resources available now.
Right.
But it's so saturated. Yeah. Where do you start? Yeah. And in this platform is always an end result. What you see, that video, you hear that song, you get that download, that stream. But what's the backstory to that? And where you're hearing it is already, like they say, from 0 to 100. That's 100. That's the end result. But you don't see, okay, what did it take? What was all the intricate things that was involved in making that and producing that and starting from just the idea to the real deal.
Well, you know what? I of course, like everyone else, I listen to a lot of like what you call our biggest thinkers in the world right now. And I read a lot of books, of course, you already know.
Yes.
But, we're talking about monetization, or we're talking about, okay, how do I make money at whatever I'm doing? Something in studio, something in set, something in stage, or whatever. So the big thing and the key thing that I have learned is like, and I think it's like a realization that's I've kind of known, but I really, really have hunkered down and focused on it. Finding the problem. There are problems in studios. There are problems on sets. There are problems on stage. And you're probably like, Cynthia, what the hell are you talking about? Meaning there is a need that needs to be filled. You know what I'm saying?
That's part of it. I mean, when you're developing that business, or as the terminology they say, if you're trying to set up that entity, one of the things you got to keep in mind is, okay, what is going to be my product? What service will I provide that will solve that problem?
The solution, baby. You got to become the solution in this thing.
And those that understand that, and that's part of, even from, when you're formulating all these things, even in developing the business plan, one of the most important aspects of that is what's going to be the product or the service.
Right.
Once you've identified that, then you can build on that, and then now say, well, this is going to be my product or service. Then this is going to be the market, the target that I will present that product or service to actually be a solution and that they can utilize in their everyday life.
You know what? I was thinking, like, say if you're a performer, say you're an actor or somebody who's just in film or television, right? You need somebody to hold the lights, right? You need somebody to push the director, okay, on his seat. You need the gaffers, you know what I'm saying? You need someone to do the actor's makeup, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, audio, all of those things.
Exactly.
Right.
Concerts, when it comes to concerts. What you
live
need?
Sound.
Yeah, you need somebody to do the sound.
Right.
So you guys, you're listening to us or whatever. The only thing we're saying is solve a problem. Solve a problem that's close to what you feel like your purpose is in life. And it's there. You're probably like, I think my purpose is this, but I can make money at this. There's a way to what? To merge the two.
Yes, it is. It is. In my post early this week, I was talking about that, and I had someone ask me, well, what is the process? And in business, they have this tool that they use, from the major corporations all the way down to the small business or the starter. There's a tool called SWOT analysis. Now, that's an abbreviated term. SWOT meaning S, strengths, W, weaknesses, O, opportunities, T, threats.
Wow.
And you can Google this, guys, and because we're talking about these tools and platforms. Google this.
Right.
Due diligence to do research. But the SWOT analysis, in short, is a study undertaken by an organization to identify its internal strengths and weaknesses, as well as its external opportunities and threats. And some people, and look, it's good to be confident. But there's a thin line between being confident and cocky. And you have some people say, well, what are your strengths? I do this, that, and the third. Well, what are your weaknesses? Well, I don't have any weaknesses.
Oh, God.
Halt.
Crash and burn right there. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You have to identify your weaknesses to actually reveal your strengths. Also, it also will reveal your opportunities and your threats.
Right.
So you have to understand that. And sometimes that can be a tough pill to take a look at that. But you can take that from the business to the personal, because even in that, it helps clear the clutter in establishing that idea.
Well, you
can't be that purpose.
You can't be a baker. You can't be a baker and you're a pastry baker, and then you like eating up all of the cookies and all of the cakes and stuff. You done ate up all the cookies and cakes after you done baked them. So you know what? That's a weakness.
Yeah, I gotta ask you. Are you hungry? Are you hungry?
You know what? If somebody bought me a cookie right now, I'd be happy about it. But back to the SWAT.
Sweet tooth. Sweet tooth.
I mean, guys, it's used by, you hear this here on Studio Set Stage. Like I said, we want to prepare you for walking out there. And like you said, these tactics are used by like major corporations, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Hiring people, firing people.
I mean, if you look at
making money.
Think about this. And just take a minute to think about this. And I want everybody out there that's listening to take a look at this. Mm-hmm. Think about the products that you use every day and why you use them, or even services. Even breaking it down, like say you get a haircut, and you have this barber. Now you might have hundreds of barbershops just within walking distance from where you stay. But because of the service that this particular barber provided, but he might be 4 or 5 miles down.
But he cut you tight.
But the service he presented.
Yeah.
And understanding that even within the product, it's the experience.
That's a strength.
It's building that relationship.
That's a strength, right?
And
Is
it's
that what you're saying, basically?
Yes. Yes. And that goes to understanding that. So, in that's just a good method. And like I said, major corporations do that because one thing that's certain is change. In time, things change. Look at the platforms, where it's going literally from brick and mortar to click and order.
Well, what's interesting?
Those are those things
in the SWAT. I think every one of the entities in SWAT are so important, right? Oh, yeah. But I think about the opportunities. I think about the opportunities because in this day and age of digital, what I'm saying, a lot of people who you have heard, who are very successful, you're so used to hearing, oh, if I could just work with Oprah, oh, if I could just work with Magic Johnson, oh, if I could just work with, Ava DuVernay, or can I get with Jay-Z or whatever. And people are not so apt to work with people who are in their network right there. Their opportunity, you have to be able to create an opportunity. You can't just sit around and just wait for somebody to give you the opportunity.
Yes, indeed. And by like you said, I agree wholeheartedly. I mean, it's understanding that, by understanding where your strengths are, you're also able to identify your weaknesses and therefore create that team because you can't be an island. Yeah. But in building that team, and I know you might want to be like, oh yeah, I want to work with, like you said, Rock Nation, or I want to get on
way above your pay grade.
Well,
I didn't mean it like that.
You got to strive high.
Yeah, you know. You got to aim for the galaxy.
Right.
That's right. You might end up on the star.
Yeah.
I got you.
There you go.
I got you.
Okay.
All right.
I like that.
A little Les Brown in there.
Yeah. Okay.
What you know about that?
A little Les Brown. I know.
If you don't know Les Brown, go Google him right now.
Google him, yeah.
Hey, go pick up all of his books.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. The art of communication is key.
Yeah.
And definitely like that. But in understanding all of those things,
SWOT, right?
Right.
Okay.
You help to build your team.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And then you can incorporate the efforts and skills of others where you are weak at.
Yeah.
They come in, and then it's not so much getting a piece of the pie.
Right.
It's how can you make the pie bigger, but actually having all the right ingredients to make that pie and to make as many as you want.
You're talking about pies. What kind of pie? You talking about like apple pie or peach pie?
Man, I'm talking about that money pie. That's what I'm talking about.
So once again, SWOT stands for what?
Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. And it's an analysis.
Yeah.
And like I said, you think about all the products that you use every day.
Yeah.
Ask yourself, why do I use them? Or why do I like them?
Yeah.
As complex as it could be or seem, is that simple.
You know what? Where does this come from? They've got the golden arches. We've got the golden arcs.
Oh, wow.
Wow. So that appeals to what? The
Joy.
threats. The
Joy.
threats, right?
Joy.
The threats of the SWAT.
Yeah.
Mr. McDowell, he realized what? His threats. Well, hello? He said, they got the golden arches. I got the golden arcs.
And he saw that as an opportunity.
That's right. And an opportunity.
Yeah. And like I said, it also helps you to understand your competition.
Exactly.
Because if you're going to develop a product or service, there's nothing new under the sun.
Exactly.
Now, it could be some things that, hey, people have come up with products and services that they invented that changed the game or disrupted the platform or what was once this popular go-to. Now it totally destroyed it. And that you see that in business. Like, remember just recently, Toys R Us shut down.
Blockbuster
shut down,
gone.
But now you have Netflix, and with Amazon, that has totally taken over. Where now we're coming up, I think in another month or so, we're going to have Black Friday. But they have this other holiday, so forth, to buy and sell goods and products and services. Cyber Monday. But Cyber Monday is over, totally creeping up to become more popular than the Black Monday.
Oh, it is. It's a $1 billion industry. And then you think about, especially in kind of what we do, studio set stage, like most people now, they're creating apps. You know what I'm saying? I think I just got off the phone with somebody who was like, check out my app, for anything you need, or, we can get it shipped out to you. But all you got to do is pick up your phone, your laptop, your tablet, whatever, press a button, and you got it at your door, man. I mean, it's the best thing ever. I'm on Amazon like at least 4 times a week, just looking at stuff.
Amazon is funny how it started in 1994. It's one of the top companies in the world, and just with their delivery service, they deliver by the stealth. By the little airplanes. They come and they will deliver it straight to your house.
Right. Well, so we telling you to deliver, y'all. You got to deliver. This is Studio Set Stage. You're listening. This is Cynthia Mallard, and I'm in studio with Mark Dean. And like I said, we're taking you from studio to the set to the stage. So I just wanted to update you on some amazing shows that are coming out. One that I'm so very happy about, Mark Dean, is The Neighborhood, and it's starring our girl Tashina Arnold and Said the Entertainer. Woo! So guys, look out for that comedy. I think it is premiering. I think it's premiering on CBS, and it's going to be October 1st. But I was so happy just to hear that Tashina Arnold had a new show, and it was a comedy, because I think that's her lane. I really think that's her lane.
Yeah, I mean, what was her character in Martin, which was just classic? Pam.
Everybody remembers Pam.
Yeah, she's definitely amazing in that. And
I know she wanted to kind of try something different, to see me looked at it in a different light. But sometimes when it's you just do you, and you just rise to the top. So also new films out. Night School. Hey,
Night School. All right.
Kevin Hart. Tiffany Haddish. The movie is out this weekend. So go and check that out. Of course, it's produced Will Packer.
Right.
And of course by Heartbeat. So I think this is the first time that Kevin Hart is actually funding a movie under Heartbeat Productions, right?
Definitely. Heartbeat Productions is his entity, and he wrote the script entirely, was over the casting, teamed up with Will Packer, and that's just a testament to understanding, your worth, and then building on your platform.
Well, I know that they are projecting that the movie's going to do really well this weekend.
Yes.
They're projecting at least about $30 million that's going to come in just this weekend, just off of the previews, which was last night, 1.5 million. Yeah, well, in almost like 3,000 cinemas across the country. So just big ups to Kevin Hart and Will Packer. I like to say Kevin Hart is a comedic actor, okay? Yeah. I mean, some people may disagree with me, but I feel like he's a comedic actor. I don't know if
I think that's spot on. I think that's spot on.
Yeah.
And, with anybody as far as the craft and being an artist, you definitely want to stretch your range, but again, going back to the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats, you know your strengths. So I mean, his strength is in that. He is a comedian, so kudos again to those guys.
Also, want to say big ups to Viola Davis. Of course, I was able to work with her in 2014 on her film Lila and Eve, and that was shot here in Atlanta, where I met her and got to spend like a whole 3 months with her right here in Atlanta. So just want to say big ups to her, because she has a new film coming out. And when I say this is about to be a killer, oh my God, it's called Widows. It stars, of course, her. She's number one on the call sheet. Liam Neeson, Daniel Kaluuya, from Get Out and Black Panther.
Okay.
Yeah, also my girl Michelle Rodriguez, from all the Fast and Furious movies. And then, of course, Cynthia Erivo, the Broadway star. So it's supposed to be like a heist thriller type movie. So I cannot wait till that comes out. And I think that comes out November 16th. So look out for that.
Okay. Go, Viola. Go.
Okay, that is my girl. It just seems like it's so much to talk about. But I just want to say thank you so very much for all you guys who are following us and continuing just to roll with us. Like, it seems like a 30-minute show. It seems like it's almost not even enough.
This has been a Studio Set Stage podcast production. Copyright 2018. All rights reserved.